Hello my dear students watching us now. This episode is especially for the students of the second secondary, and in this episode we will explain Unit 1. But before we start, I'd like to tell you that each unit will be divided into two parts. The first part is about the reading lesson or the reading text, followed by some questions. Whereas the second part is about grammar rules mentioned in the unit, also followed by some questions. Now let's explain Unit 1 entitled Staying Healthy. But before we read the text, we have two questions to be answered. Let's read them together. Number 1. What can we do to stay strong and healthy? Here we can mention many answers, but I will mention one and you try to think about the other ideas or other answers. So we can say, we should eat healthy food. This is the answer. Again, we should eat healthy food. Number 2. How can other people help us to stay healthy? The answer is doctors can give us pieces of advice. Again, doctors can give us pieces of advice. Let's read the most important words which will appear in the text. Listen carefully. Healthy, infection, perform, react, severe, technique, first aid, make sure, move closer, injured, dangerous, awake, surface, line on, flow, chest, press down, rise up, cell, organ, heart, brain, cause disease, operation, pleading, sign, reply, shoulder, shout, normal, breathing, emergency services. CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Perform CPR. Please. Allow. Boost immune system, virus, lung, muscles, get better, living thing, become an expert, do first aid, make a mistake, stay calm, think fast, want to help people, call for help, look around. Infection, disease, perform, do, carry out, react, respond, technique, method, post, improve, reply, answer, place, put, stage, remain, flat, smooth, rise up, go up. How to perform first aid? Number 1. If you find an ill or injured person, you must check the area around them first to make sure it isn't dangerous. Then move closer to the person and look carefully at him or her. Does he or she seem to be very ill? Does he or she have severe injuries? If the person is awake but not bleeding, you have to ask him or her, how he feels and what happened. Check his or her body for signs of injury or infection. You don't have to touch the person's body to do this. If the person doesn't reply, touch his or her shoulder or foot and shout to see if he or she reacts, and remember to check for normal breathing. If the person isn't breathing, someone must call the emergency services immediately. 123. Number 5. If you know how to perform CPR, you have to do this to help the person start breathing again. However, you mustn't do CPR unless the person is lying on his or her back on a flat surface, such as the floor. Number 6. Place your hand on the center of the person's chest. Put your other hand on the top of the first hand and lock your fingers together. Make sure that your shoulders are above your hands. You don't have to press down to the person's chest very much, only 5 to 6 centimeters. Keep your hands on her chest and allow it to rise up again. You have to do this 100 to 120 times a minute until the person starts breathing again. Let's do some practice. Number 1. The space word means the same as do an action. The answer is perform. Number 2. Al is a disease caused by a virus or bacteria. The answer is infection. Number 3. A space is a way to do something with a skill. The answer is technique. Number 4 is a word describes an illness or injury that's very serious. The answer is severe. What do you have to check before you space CPR? The answer is perform. You can help an ill or space person, but don't hurt yourself. Injured. Letter C. Injured. You have to check their body for signs of injury or infection. Check the area around the injured person to space sure it isn't dangerous. Make sure. Do they seem to be very ill? Do they have severe injuries? If you find an injured person, space closer to the person and look carefully at them. The answer is move. Always space the emergency service before helping or injured person. Always call. The answer is call. When can you stop space CPR? The answer is doing. What do you have to space before you perform CPR? Check. You don't have to space down on the person's chest very much, only 5 to 6 centimeters. The answer is press. I think we have to space calm and be careful. The answer is stage. Doctors have to educate us about space exercise. The answer is regular. He was admitted to the hospital with a severe infection. Do you think we all have the responsibility to try to space healthy? The answer is stage. What do you think the report says that both athletes and their parents have to care about heart space? The answer is examinations. Examinations. Keep their hands on their chest and space it to rise up again. The answer is allow. Tell students who have an space to stay at home. The answer is infection. The space should be wrapped around the person's arm and you have to make it very tight, but make sure it can't come off. The answer is bandage. The students are going to space a play. The answer is perform. The student's space will be on Thursday. The answer is performance. He space us through the narrow streets to the central bank. The answer is guided. We should protect ourselves against space diseases. The answer is infectious. What does a child have to do before they space up a new sport? The answer is take. What must athlete check space? The correct answer is regularly. They mustn't space the chance to learn about the importance of heart examinations. The answer is miss. A or an space can make lots of people very ill. The answer is virus. A good diet can help to support your space system. The answer is immune. You can see a space of an onion using a simple microscope. The answer is cell. The skin is the body's largest space. The answer is organ. The advertisement will really space the number of the toy the shop sell. The answer is post. If you don't know how to space first aid, how could you learn it? Do. The answer is do. The immune system can react when there is space in the body. The answer is virus. If you know how to perform space, you have to help the person start breathing again. The answer is CPR. We wrapped a space around his arm because he was badly injured. The answer is bandage. You must put on space before helping someone who is bleeding. The answer is gloves. We have to teach students how to perform first space. The answer is aid. And space is a part of your body that performs a job. The answer is organ. And space is a very small living thing that causes disease. The answer is virus. People with strong immune systems don't get ill easily. The answer is with. Eating vegetables with green leaves helps our space system. The answer is immune. My friends space a lot of time playing video games. The answer is spends. The immune system can space when there is virus in the body. The answer is react. She often stays up late and then finds it hard to get up for school. The answer is stays. My friends are going to space the course. The answer is do. The course will space him something that all people have to know. The answer is teach. It's great that some of your friends are going to space first aid course next week. The answer is take. We cannot learn without space mistakes. The answer is making. The 2-day course your friends want to space sounds perfect. The answer is do. He space a note of her address and phone number. The answer is made, not make. The answer is made. Wait for the person's space to go up before you press again. The answer is chest. The heart has to space a lot of blood through your body. The answer is pump. The doctors are worried because the man has a space illness. The answer is severe. You need strong space to lift the box. The answer is muscles. Your space system works better if you eat healthy food. The answer is immune. Regular exercise is good for the space. The answer is heart. Smoking can cause space cancer. The answer is lung. The space is the organ in your chest which pumps blood through your body. The answer is heart. The space is the organ inside your head that controls how you think, feel, and move. The answer is brain. Washing our hands helps us to space getting a virus or an infection in the first place. The answer is avoid. We must also do things like space our mouth when we cough. The answer is covering.